If the headline celebrity outed as serial killer appeared, who would you expect it to be about? It almost pains me to say this because he is one of if not the best actors in the world, but Daniel Day-Lewis. The man protects his privacy extremely well. Doesn't do a lot of movies, retired now, and stays as clean as possible. He is the prime guy. Bill Murray. No one will ever believe you. Turns to walk away. You'll never have the chance to tell them. I hope that Tom Hanks dies peacefully in his sleep at a grand old age, with an untarnished history and nothing but funny stories about colleagues and strangers he helped and made happy. And then they go to clear out the basement of his mansion and just find hundreds and hundreds of human heads in various states of decay. And all have red painted face and old dry leaves stuck in their head instead of hair. And Tom's last word he first struggles with but then peacefully whispers is Wilson. Joel Osteen. Carrot Top. Is he still uncomfortably ripped? Ryan Seacrest. A Ryan Seacrest type. The first names that popped in my head were Tom Cruise, John Travolta, and Jim Carrey. Andy Dick. The dude is fucking disturbed. Oh, he's also a dick. David Fincher. Between say 7N, Zodiac, Mindhunter, and the rest of his entire filmography, he really seems fascinated with compelling serial killers, sociopaths, and psychopaths. The performances of these characters are always unique, captivating, and unnerving. They have an air of authenticity to them. Fincher makes some great films, and I'm not seriously suggesting the dude's a serial killer, but he's probably the only famous person I can think of where, upon being revealed as a serial killer, a common first reaction would be, yeah, okay, that explains a lot. Charlie Sheen. Watching any of his old movies, man, he has fallen so far. Additionally, I bet he wouldn't have been a serial killer on purpose. They're just a constant string of deadly accidents. Character actress Margot Martindale. Esteemed character actress and fugitive from the law Margot Martindale. Creed Bratton. Boboddy. Mark Zuckerberg. Mr. Policeman, I did it because it was necessary for the company. Do you feel remorse? Mr. Policeman, I do not understand the question. O.J. Simpson. Quentin Tarantino. Just Cause. A pile of women who refused to do foot shots was discovered. The Olsen twins. They got some menacing eyes. Plot twist, it's only one of the Olsen twins. Tune in next week for an updated comment. There's a distinct lack of female celebrities on this list. I definitely think Tilda Swinton could murder us all one day. Don't be silly, of course she's going to. Steve Harvey. It's his eyes. Edit, just to recap, as well as the eyes it's also the teeth, tash, bald head, and soulless gaze. Only if they're disobedient women. Well, a bunch of other Kevin Spacey roles have turned out to be just him playing himself, why not? Nick Cage. Have you seen the memes about the Ghost Rider movies having zero CGI and that it was all him? He can be insane if he wants to. I mean, if Nick Cage is a serial killer, it's definitely because he owes someone a debt or because he's got a voodoo curse on him. It explains the obsession with voodoo, his odd spending habits, the random way he swings from good movie to absolute rubbish at random, the giant pyramid tomb he has in New Orleans. Dude is definitely trying to collect souls to break a curse or pay a supernatural debt. Tom Cruise. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Jack Nicholson. Oddly, I can't see that quite so easily simply because it's way too obvious. It's like reverse Tom Hanks. Elon Musk is one face scar away from being a James Bond villain. Even his name sounds like a supervillain. Dan Schneider. John Travolta. When I was a kid I thought his name was John Travolta. John Tra sounds kinda robot. Why? He's a killer robot, confirmed. Woody Allen. Anyone who marries their wife's adopted young daughter is seriously creepy. So someone from r/Data's Beautiful should graph the answers. Willem Dafoe. Honestly surprised this isn't up higher. He physically looks like a textbook serial killer. While I don't think he's an actual serial killer, it would only make sense given that half of his pictures of him look like Hannibal Lecter without really trying. Logan Paul. He probably filmed it too. I'm a serial killer. not clickbait. OOPS, gone sexual. Brad Pitt. If a man can leave both Angelina Jolie and Jennifer Aniston, he's capable of anything. Drive. Phil. He's more like the guy I would assume is a pedophile, but murder would be my second guess. Crispin Glover. I met him once. He's actually very friendly and pleasant to talk to, but even then he's just got a super intense factor about him. Gary Busey. It woke up to gold. Thank you, kind stranger. Excuse me? John Malkovich. It wasn't him. It was someone puppeting him. Chris Brown. He beat the shit out of Rihanna. He has a mega creepy vibe and his beady eyes are windows into his shit soul. Jared Leto. Edit, tie kind stranger for my first gold. Oh yeah. There looks to be a whole lot of dead behind those gorgeous eyes. And dude straight has no chill when it comes to other narcissists interrupting his time in the spotlight. Jeff Bezos. Nah, he's be a straight up comic book villain. Technically if you kill people indiscriminately with say, giant space lasers, you're not actually a serial killer. I said for years that Kevin Spacey was a serial killer. Wasn't shocked at all when I heard he was sexually harassing/assaulting people. Definitely Katy Perry. Something is off about her. Sean Penn. Maybe Rob Schneider went from a Mexican day laborer chokey to choker. Danny Masterson. Jim Carrey. No reason in particular, he's just the first person I thought of. Somebody stop me. Viola Davis. She knows how to get away with murder. James Franco. Kevin Hart. Dave Chappelle knew all along. Johnny Depp. I'm not really sure why. Ted Cruz. If you know what I mean. Gwen Stefani is older than Ted Cruz. The Property Brothers. You know what would make your chest more modern? If we made it an open concept. Tears into you with Farmhouse White Garden Shears from Wayfair. Joaquin Phoenix. Distinct lack of Jimmy Fallon. That dude has the male version of crazy eyes. He looked too crazy to pull off more than one murder without being caught. Christian Bale, and I would believe he is a cannibal with those teeth. Tom Segura. Probably Garth Brooks too. Game recognize game. Jared Leto. R. Kelly. Some minor YouTube or Instagram celebrity. The fact that the name isn't in the title indicates that it's clickbait and I'll have no idea who the celebrity is. Honestly, the first thing I think of is Alec Baldwin. Dude looks evil. Yo, if someone said David Beckham I would totally believe just because no man that attractive, wealthy, successful, and has that voice has not done some crazy shit. It's like he mouths sex to can of helium. Ben Stiller. Christopher Walken. If all of that Natalie Wood stuff is real. Edit, I have nothing against Christopher Walken but I saw that stuff on a documentary and it kinda surprised me. That's it. Someone in this question said Ryan Seacrest and boy he's creepier than Christopher Walken. That's it, I was just picking the creepiest guy. Christopher Walken didn't kill her though, her husband did. Bob Ross. Hear me out, I love the Bob. But if you said that Bob McCross had a secret life where he murdered child molesters brutally with his fists, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Gotta beat the devil out of it. El Rey Louisiana Ross. This would go along with the joke that each painting was a location where his victims were buried. Owen Wilson. Wow. I mean, if you think about it for a minute, Kevin Bacon. If he's not the actual killer then he's some way related to the murder. Daniel Radcliffe. Him and his large schwanz. Stone Cold Killers. His large what? Honestly, Macaulay Culkin. Tom Cruise. Taylor Swift. Each song of hers is about another one of her victims. David Duchovny. I think he would get away with it for a long time. Edit, spelled last name wrong.